For the first time in history, it's a monumental occasion. We have the entire Have a Chat crew on the show.
It's just in those simple times where God's speaking to you, and like all of us said, nothing really life-changing happened at that conference, but
Mark absolutely roasted these two, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I did not see that coming.
Yep.
Can't get too close.
Bro,
Problem is
sin
they're gonna think-
happening right here.
There's sin
just
happening
sin.
right here.
Yeah, but all from Gemma. I'm very pure.
I'll make sure that the audience knows that there's a little bit
There's
of
a lot
space
of, there's a
between
lot of
you
sin,
two.
yeah.
No, that's fine.
Are you sure you'll be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't buy it, I promise.
You know what I love about this show in particular, and the fact that the girls are.
Get my Bible from the side.
There's enough space to put the Bible right here.
Pull your book, pull your book.
Everyone.
Yeah, we're podcast. We're fine. We're chill. We are chill. We are back.
Anyway, what I like about this and having the Tell Me More girls on is the fact that all my stuff can stay on the table because they usually make me kick it off.
Yeah, they do.
And right behind Jem is a new lightsaber,
Oh my.
which is great.
Astaghfirullah.
Jem, you can press that button there.
No.
No, I don't want
Th-
to.
there's
No,
a
I
button-
know
there's
what
a-
happens if I press
Yeah, don't
it.
do it.
There's a button above you.
I'm not going
If you
to.
do, I won't respect you anymore. Thank you.
This is going to be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Talk to Me. You know it. It is the show where I get my friends to talk to me. And I'm excited today because for the first time ever, for the first time in history, it's a monumental occasion. We have the entire Have a Chat crew on the show. We've got the girls from Tell Me More. We've got Larissa and Gemma. And we have Stado.
Yeah, my debut.
Hold on. We've been doing this show for over 3 years, and you have never jumped on to talk to me.
Never. This is a debut for me. It's my
It
first
is.
time.
Welcome.
Thanks, mate. It's good to be here.
It's very interesting having you in the guest seat, mate.
Yeah, that's why I feel like a full guest. It's nice.
Well,
I don't feel
welcome.
like a host.
Welcome.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, brother. It's good to be here.
And Larissa,
Hey,
thank you for joining us.
thank you for having me.
That's all you got to say.
That's all I'm going to say.
And we have Jem.
Hey guys.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much.
Living the dream.
Yeah, can't wait to film.
Good.
We
Yeah.
are, we are filming.
We're filming.
No, as in I can't wait to get the show on the road.
I'll get the show on the road. Yeah. Now see
She's
that.
also excited for it to be over for other reasons. No.
How's it going since the debut of Tell Me More, girls?
Good.
We happy? We happy with how it's going? What's the go?
Yeah, I think I'm happy with how it's going. No complaints.
I would say I'm happy with it as well.
You're being very politically correct right now. I feel like you really want to say something else.
The hands are closed. You're sitting like this.
No, things are going very
mean,
well. I'm very happy.
Well,
Think twice if you're just gonna.
I'm in the room with our boss. Things are great.
Bosses.
Do you have any
Buses.
constructive
Whoa.
criticism for us? Sorry, that was loud.
Maybe don't yell into the mic.
Yeah,
mean,
I won't do that
that's
again.
That's the first thing. No, I love it. I genuinely do like your show. I think it. Have you listened to any of
Yeah.
their episodes?
First two.
Yeah, I genuinely like their show. I think your show is needed.
Yeah.
It's different from all the other chick shows out there. But it's also very funny in that it hits every Christian cliche as well.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think we still really don't know what we're doing.
Which is great. I
It's
love
good.
that you
At
don't know
least
what
I
you're
don't know what I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but also you can only get better.
That's
Hopefully.
exactly right.
You're gonna grow from here. Yeah.
You can only get better. I mean,
the more we do it, the more comfortable we get, and then hopefully it's getting better.
Anyways,
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Compared to like our first episode, which was
not good at all.
horrendous.
onwards and upwards, as they say.
100%. Listen,
Onwards and
Exactly.
upwards.
as long as you use cut back on the
Mm-hmm.
and the
Oh, speaking of, you just said
And the
Oh, did I? Oh, nice. Okay. One of my favorite things that you do is you see it in our reels in particularly, but when one of you is making a point, the other one will go, You know,
That's
Classic.
me.
Yeah.
the full Christian girl
Yeah,
thing. Like,
yeah, the IB thing.
You
yeah.
have to.
I'm a big
You have to agree.
person
Like,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Amen, sister.
Yeah.
Get a glory sign up
It's
there.
exactly
Preach.
right.
Preach it.
But actually, did you guys get any feedback from TNS? Anyone walk up to you guys, girls?
Yeah, a couple
A
of
little
people
bit,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit
You got to
awkward.
tell us that story. Go for it. What happened? Give us one.
Well, a lot of people actually came up to me and said, "Hey, we watch your podcast. Are you the person from Tell Me More? We watch it." I'm like, "What the heck is going on here?" It's so awkward, by the way. I was like, "Yeah, thanks for listening. Can't believe you guys listened to it." Danielle was saying that you told her about it, and she couldn't believe that there was a female podcast from someone at our church. So
How
she's
good.
like, "She's gonna listen to it. My son probably loves the idea." Blah blah blah. I was like,
Her
"This is
son.
so cool." Yeah,
Oh, okay, nice.
Woo.
big fans.
Yeah,
Good
awesome.
stuff. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just got a lot of encouragement, which was really great.
That's hectic.
And just people, randomly coming up and saying, we love it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is really weird that you
Yep.
are watching. But
Yeah.
anyway, like, it's so good. But at the same time, I was like, oh.
You kind of don't know how to react at
I'm like,
first.
please stop talking to me about me. Like,
It's so great
horrible.
to get some introverts having half of
Yeah.
the churches around Australia walking up to them and saying, "We watch your show."
You'll never get it from our church, but you get it from other
No,
churches.
yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly,
that's
it's
exactly
like, we've
what
never heard a
happened. Yeah.
thing. And then now it's like, okay.
Did that give you guys a little bit more like of a boost, like encourage?
Sorry about that.
Break everything.
Yeah, and what? And I yell in the microphone, everyone gets angry, huh? Yeah. No worries.
Did it give you guys a little bit of a boost? Because TNS actually saved Have a Chat in general, like the first one, last year's one, because we were about to throw in the towel. And then we had a bunch of fans walk up to us and say, "We love the show." And then Stat said, "You know what? I'm in."
I think it did for me. I think I was sort of getting to a point where I was like, oh, does anyone really care? Sort of thing. But then having a bunch of people come up to me and tell me that they are enjoying it and just encouraging me in it, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something that I should continue with.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Very encouraging words from some people. So really took that on board, and hopefully we can grow from there.
See, she's already learning. She started with a one word answer and then she elaborated. I saw her continue. That was good. See, you become a podcaster. Look at this Stat.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me, mate.
Not me.
Nah, but it's good. Nah, it's good to see, because I think we were chatting last week at leadership conference, and you were like, so I had someone come up to me and tell me they were encouraged by the podcast, and I kind of, from what we were speaking about, kind of threw you off a little bit, because you were just puzzled like what people
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
watch, because that's what it was like for us as well. But the thing that kind of saved it for me was when Pastor had a conversation with you, and you were saying that, I don't know if it was someone from his church or someone that got in touch was gonna quit and leave church altogether, but watched our podcast, and that kind of kept watching it and kind of kept him in tune with, kind of get back into, being back into church and kind of trying to help his walk with God get a bit better. And then that was the turning point for me of like, okay, that's what saved it for me. So I think it's awesome, because when you hear encouraging words from people outside of your group, people that you wouldn't think, they're like, well, hang on a sec, okay, there are actually people that watch. And what's crazy is that people internationally watch, like we've got now the Mordhs watching, and
We've got people in London,
people in London,
Singapore,
Crazy.
India,
New Zealand.
NZ.
Pastor Skelly was like, if we set this thing up in the States, all these girls are gonna go crazy over your accents. And I was like, oh boy. I'm like, don't let him go promoting our
Go
show, like-
international.
Hey, listen, he promotes his podcast. He can promote ours.
I know.
Yeah, go international, go record there.
Could
Should
you
I?
imagine?
Yeah, that'd be
That's
crazy.
insane.
That's a crazy idea, but you never know. Have a bit of fun with it.
Is Have a Chat going on the road?
No.
Great way to shut it down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Got to keep him humble. You know what I
Not
mean?
right now. Not right now.
Okay. Anyway, well, that's the point of this episode, ladies and gents, is because we're thinking about the fact that TNS encourages people all across the globe now, and that's what this podcast tries to do. We try to encourage people, and we saw how, these interactions encouraged us, and TNS encourages everyone else. So we thought we would do a bit of a recap, just like we did at the beginning of the year with our camp recap episode, which actually was both of your debut.
That was sort of what got Tell Me More started, wasn't it?
No, what got Tell Me More started was a very tired Larissa at 4:00 in the morning, walking around with a camera and microphone. That's what
Very
got
bad.
Tell Me
That's
More
true.
started.
That's true.
But then, yes, we did the camp chat, and that got a lot of great feedback. So we thought we would do the same thing for TNS, because TNS has a great impact on all of us. We love this conference. Over the years, it's become one of our staples and highlights of the year. This year at TNS, we discussed my church and what it meant to be part of your church and growing in your church. Now, for me, I haven't actually listened to all the sermons because I've been running around. I know that you guys haven't listened to every single one as well, because we minister during that conference. So I thought we'd give a little bit of a recap and insight into what we thought of the conference in itself, how it affected us, and how it, sort of impacted us in this season, even not listening to the sermons. Because you can get become so impacted just by the fact that you're serving all weekend.
Yeah.
What did you think of the conference as a whole?
Man, it was incredible. I think it was maybe one of probably the best TNS that we've done.
By far.
By far.
I think it was the best one for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the way the planning, because I had a bit more to do in terms of the planning, the planning side this year. So I saw and I got to appreciate a lot of the work that actually goes into it, which was incredible. But I thoroughly enjoyed. What I enjoyed the most was the unity amongst the different churches. I feel like there was more unity, because obviously we're very comfortable with Good Shepherd Baptist in Queensland, and so I know for us guys, like for me and Ray, we're more comfortable with some of the people there. But I think with the mix of other churches that were coming in as well, I thought the unity was really, really there. And the thing that I got from it was I think it was just really good to spend time with the guest preachers.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I got to spend some time with Pastor Mordh and his family the week before TNS, and I got to drive the bus around for Pastor Skelly's church for the 11 that came. And that had an impact on me because it was good for me to kind of get to know people outside of our church and the local churches we have, but good to see people come from overseas and be part of TNS and then just try to bring in a bit of what we do. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved every bit of it.
Because this was also our biggest registration crop ever.
Yeah, we had about 171.
71?
170, almost 180.
Yeah, it was the biggest crop we've ever had. And that was the biggest thing about that was we had people from other countries. We had New Zealand, they brought like 20. We had America, they brought 11. Queensland brought like 15, whatever it was. Like we had a lot of people from all over the joint, which is an awesome thing to see and how quickly everyone gelled. What about you, Jem? What was your overview of the conference?
I thought it was amazing. I agree. It was one of the best ones we've had so far. I don't know what it was that was different. For me specifically, the preaching was so good, really impacted me, and I felt was directed towards me specifically. So that was amazing. In terms of unity, it was phenomenal. I feel like I spoke to so many new people. I felt more comfortable just, interacting with people that I've never spoken to before. And I find that it's in when you're ministering to other people where those blessings come. Like you were driving the bus and you probably didn't expect for that to be a blessing. But that's where I feel like God really speaks to you.
Yeah, for sure. And it was such a cool experience because that's the first time we've ever done anything like that for a TNS, where we've actually hired a bus
For someone,
for someone else. So that was kind of a cool thing that I got to do and be part of, and just to get try to get them a bit more comfortable as well, because they come from a different country. A lot of them had never traveled internationally before, so it was good to get to know them a bit better and know about what they do at their church and that. But like I said, I think the unity was the biggest thing. Getting them part of the TNS in itself and what we do, it was incredible.
Nice. What about you, Loz?
I agree with what everyone said so far, but my favourite part on top of all of that was just serving with people who we serve with all the time. I just feel like there was just another level put on top of it. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it, but just like having that, just like we're all doing this for God, and then, God was just pouring out his blessings on the whole conference. So it was just awesome to be a part of.
I agree with that, because I think this, for me anyway, this was the first year where there was zero complaints in and about the entire conference. We just got to it. If a problem came up, no one really, bickered or whatever. They just were like, all right, let's try to figure it out. And I said it on the Elevate chat. I had so much fun serving with our people. It was it was fun.
Yeah,
it was so exhausting, but so much fun. I couldn't wait to get there and get to it. It was so cool.
Kind of puts on the emphasis of why we do what we do for our church.
Yeah. And for our God.
And for our God, 100%. And of course, obviously the theme being my church. As you're serving, it's like, where God's called you, and the best feeling I know is that when you know where God's called you and you're serving in that, there's no greater joy.
Yeah, and I saw that with everyone. I mean, I saw some of the cleaning ladies. They were walking through the auditorium one morning, and there was just bottles and lollipops everywhere, and they were just laughing as they were picking them up. They were like, "How could you like? All right, no, what? Like it was good. It was a good spirit. It was mad.
Yeah,
the spirit was awesome.
No, for sure. I love the I think the worship this year.
Yeah.
Quality.
I don't know about anyone else, but for me, stepped up a notch. I thought Ryan did incredible with the choir.
Did well.
It was amazing. I was just, and every time we'd sing in the auditorium, because it's about 500 people a night, 400-500 people a night, and when they'd stop playing music and it was just a cappella. Being part of that, like, it just gave me goosebumps every service that we had singing. I thought that was at its best as well.
Well, you were the only one that was part of the music ministry here. How was it?
It was honestly I think the best part of TNS for me. Like, usually when you're in the choir, when you're on the stage, you're looking out, and sometimes like even like just a regular Sunday, you're looking at people's faces and it's like you're struggling to sort of get the point across, if that makes sense. But at TNS, man, you could just like, I could feel it while singing, and then you can just see that people were getting it in the room as well.
Yeah.
Like, they felt it, we felt it, and it was just like, I don't know, the Holy Spirit was there, and it was incredible to be a part of.
That's mad. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. I called Ryan up on Monday and I was like, bro, cracker effort. And you know when it goes well, when there were mistakes, but no one caught on. Or they caught on and they just let go of it because the spirit of worship was just so adamant within that room. And it was adamant across the board, like throughout all nights and even in the mornings. Like Mrs. Brinkman had a awesome special item. One of the girls from the US, she did a great special item. So like it was just, it built throughout. It was great. But let's take it to the beginning. So we start off Thursday night. Thursday night I love Thursday night because it's the registration night. Everyone's buzzing. Was there anything in particular you guys found from that night that grabbed you or got you? For me, it was just the influx of people. I couldn't believe we were going to have that influx of people on a Thursday night. We never had that.
Yeah, Thursday nights are always pretty, I think like a smaller gathering.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
but
what,
that Thursday
300?
night was still, how big was Thursday night?
It was 470.
That's still massive.
That's unbelievable.
For Thursday night, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Especially when people have work the next day and everything like that. So Thursday night starts off, and it starts off pretty big. Then Friday morning comes. And how did Friday morning start?
We kicked it off.
Oh, yeah, we kicked it off.
We kicked off
Friday morning. That was pretty fun.
Bit of fun. Kind of set the tone for the morning.
Bit of banter.
Yeah.
Bit of back and forth.
But it
couple
also
of great jokes.
I think Mark's come
back
on
that's Saturday. That's Saturday. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Sorry,
we'll get to Saturday. He buried us.
Your jokes on Friday were great too.
Thank you.
But I can't wait to talk about Saturday.
Like it was recorded. Yeah.
No, Friday was good. It was a good start. And I think the highlight for me this year, I didn't think it was going to work as well as it did. We tried it last year. We got the idea and we tweaked it. We made it better this year. Focus groups were unbelievable. Did you guys like your focus groups that you walked into?
Yep.
Yes.
What'd you do, Jem?
I did.
On that Friday?
I think it was Join the Ministry.
With Danielle?
Yes.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah?
Yeah. The way she speaks, the way she just knows the word of God, and you can just tell that her life is an outflow of what God's teaching her and how she's serving. And so it was so real in her life, and that it really spoke to us.
Was it practical?
Very, yeah.
That's the one thing that everyone's saying about all these focus groups. They didn't feel like they were just theology spewed at you or Bible spewed at you.
Yeah.
They were actually useful. What focus group did you walk into? Or did you? Or were you serving?
No, I was serving.
You were serving that morning?
So yeah, I was serving both mornings.
I was enjoying ministry as well, and it was phenomenal. I feel like I'm just going to say phenomenal the whole time.
No, Friday was great. Did a standard Friday night. All good. And then we got to Saturday morning. Okay, Lolly, go.
Where do you start from?
Where do I start? If you haven't seen the video, contact us and we'll send it to you.
Okay, you know what? If you haven't seen the video, here it is right now.
Where's the Queenslanders in this room? Put your hand up, please. Don't worry. I'm a Queenslander too. Thank you. All right. I was born and bred, thank you, hands down. I was born and bred in New South Wales, but I understand which one is the better state, right? I also go for the Brisbane Broncos, just letting you know. Can I ask Raymond Haddad and Nathaniel Manor just to come to the front, please? Nathaniel Manor, Ray Haddad, where are you? So yesterday they shared with us some numbers. I wasn't really listening about something to do with, some mobile number they were dialing into their phone or whatever. They took their jackets off and they had Blues jersey on. I just want to talk to you guys about some stats for a second. You're the statistician, right? So you should know these, right? So we're just going to look at some things here. So there's been 126 Origin games in history, right? Of that, there's been 2 draws. So we get that, there's 2 draws. Now, New South Wales, they've won 57. Queensland have won 10 more, they've won 67. Now it gets better, right? 43 Origin series in total, right? Do I have to say those numbers? I mean, 24 to 17. Now, in the last 19 years of Origin, let's get ready for this, New South Wales have won 5. Queensland have won 14. So we know who the winners are. Now, I understand we can't win it all, so we had to let you boys win this year, right? And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
Oh.
Now, sometimes that saying goes, you win some, you lose some. So we had to let these boys win, because I'll tell you why. These are the most important stats. You ready? So, Nathaniel's 29. Ray is 26. Ray, I believe next month you turn 27, right? Okay. Now, they think they're cool. They have this podcast, right? They think it's all good. Now, have a look at this. They've done, I believe, 65 podcasts. That's what it was on YouTube yesterday. I mean, I only looked at it for a second. Sorry? I am. How many have you done? 130! Even better. But you know what? After all that, they're still single. So, ladies, this is the most important stat of the whole conference. Right? Boys, you're not winning in love, so we let you win in Origin. Thank you very much. All right. Just a bit of fun to start the morning. All right. So.
Mark absolutely roasted these two, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I did not see that coming.
No,
Neither
me
did we. We thought it was just going to be Origin based. So when we got up there, you see me in the video whisper to Stat. I whispered a comeback because I thought it was just going to be about Origin stats. Then I saw my name go on screen, and I was like, "Oh no, he's got us."
Yeah. When he was, I just saw Nathaniel was 29. I go, oh boy.
And I looked at Stat. I go, "No, back off. He got us. He got us."
We're in for a rough
And
ride.
man, did he get us!
The fact that he had a slideshow made it 1,000 times better.
He called.
Old mate.
He was texting Joe at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, old mate. Yeah, you behind the screen. What the crap? You're meant to be on our side.
Did he make the slideshow?
He made the slideshow.
No way.
Well done, Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Well done,
Good
colleague.
stuff.
Well done, mate.
Roasted by your own brother.
He got us so
That is
good.
phenomenal.
No, bro, Mark got us a beauty.
Yeah. He definitely got us a beauty. I just didn't understand why he took personal shots.
How was it from your end though? Were you embarrassed? Were you?
Nah,
I
not
didn't get
really.
embarrassed. But
Did
Mark,
you get any prospects from it? Were any girls like,
No,
hey?
We're not going to talk about that part of TNS. We're going to just keep rolling on.
I just had a lot of people, a lot of married couples come up to me and apologise. They're like, we're so sorry that
Yeah,
happened to you.
the amount of people that apologized to us
Really?
and were like offended on our behalf was crazy.
Yeah, they go, I can't believe he'll do that. And I'm like, nah. If there's anyone that could do it, was Mark.
Yeah, 100%.
He'd be the only one I can cop it from.
But
So I didn't care.
But
Like,
also,
even
I
Joe.
said to him, okay, guys, it's a joke. Relax.
yeah, it's a laugh.
It was very, very well.
Plus, we've got thick skin. Like, if
I love how well crafted it was.
It was
Especially
really
his last line. His last line was, "You've had no luck in love, so we had to give you luck in Origin,"
Yeah.
or something like that. That was very well
He
played.
did well.
yeah.
Very well played. But yeah, no,
Yeah, that was Saturday morning. That set the tone for the day and the rest of the weekend. Now, the zoo was all right. I got a lot of feedback about the zoo being the best activity we had done.
Oh,
how was the zoo, ladies?
I don't know. That's
I was not at the zoo.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Were you at the zoo?
yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
were.
for the people.
That's
Yeah.
it. On your gems.
Saw a gem running around.
It was good, but I do have to say I've never eaten so much sand, dust,
Oh,
and
yeah,
mud
yeah.
in my life.
That wind was
Sahara
chaos.
It was
desert out there.
disgusting.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, it
It
was
was
putrid.
so bad.
Yeah, what do you think of the dust loss?
Yeah, it was so bad. Got in my eyes, had like a
This is
sore eye.
we're talking about a Christian conference. We don't need lies, right? We don't need lies.
Just lies all over the place.
No, but we've got a lot of good feedback about the zoo being
Yeah,
the
it was
best
good.
activity we had done.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
I had a lot of apprehension about the zoo, and I can't talk because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like in my mind, I'm going, do people really want to go to the zoo? But apparently they did. So good job.
I'll tell you, one of the reasons for it was we thought, okay, New Zealanders are coming and Americans are coming. They want to see Aussie animals. Was the first thing. Second thing, wise man once said, you want to date a girl, you take her to the zoo. Okay?
Never heard that one before.
Watch Rocky 1. And then 3, the zoo's just a great place to have a good time. see an animal, bow to an emu.
Except most of them were hiding, to be honest. It was freezing and windy.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just lying around.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
Stupid
I laughed too much at the conference.
Listen, I'll say this. The first day I got laughs for my jokes. The second day, not
That's
one.
because your jokes on the second day were honestly
They were
not
really
good.
bad.
They were like the first day I was laughing. The second day I was like, this guy needs to step down. Like this is so
You should have
embarrassing.
stepped down on the first day.
I was just more embarrassed the second day because like no
Yeah,
one
They
laughed.
were no good. I didn't even get sympathy laughs that day.
Nah,
That was
they
terrible.
were bad though.
Yeah.
That's why.
But I stand by those jokes.
Mm.
I thought they were great.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, but zoo was good day, and then we finished it off with Saturday night. Saturday night I was very impressed. We were in the pastor's office that night prior, just hanging out, talking. We told them about emus, and then during that, I caught a comment from Pastor Mordh and Pastor Scully. They both said that they were going to shorten their messages to give more time for decisions to be made, and I thought that was a very smart play because that decision time was very impactful. I know for me, I sat down, I was filming a bunch of it, but then afterwards I got a chance to sit down and truly reflect on what God was teaching me that conference.
Yeah.
And everyone put they pinned their commitments to the rock and everything like that. What you girls think of that?
I appreciated the time to really just think about what God was speaking to me about, and then I also love the fact that we got to keep one and we put one on the rock because
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
previous
smart,
years, I think
smart.
it was last year or something, we just gave it in,
Yeah.
and I didn't actually have something to keep for my own, which I liked. But then, just seeing everyone else get up, like there was a line to put your commitment on the rock,
Yeah,
and I
that's
was
pretty
just
cool.
blown away. I was like, yeah, wow, like God's really worked.
Pretty cool.
And-
How you doing?
Yeah, it was amazing, like you said, watching everyone write on their card and put it on the rock or the display there was such an encouragement because not only sometimes you think you're the only one in this or you're the only one being convicted or you're the only one, I guess, taking something away from the word, you just see a whole bunch of Christians living their life for Christ, and it's really encouraging to see that.
I never thought of it like that, and you're 100% spot on. Sometimes you go to these conferences and you're just thinking about, okay, God, what are you going to show me? How are you going to help me? What's the go? But when you look at it from a Christian perspective of what is God doing with our people, or even a leader's perspective, because we had Epic teens there, and seeing them put their commitments on the rock and talking to them about their commitments throughout this week, it sort of shows you there's such a bigger picture here. And there's so much going on that you can get lost in because you're just thinking about what you're committing to.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. What about you, Stat?
Yeah, loved that on the Saturday night where we got, like I said, getting the chance to just write the cards and like I said, just figure out what God was speaking to us about individually. I think across the board of the whole conference, I was really proud of our young adults. I think just really good to see how busy our young adults got that weekend. I think that was huge. I like that that there was that appropriate balance between knowing when they needed to step in to help, but then also being fed. Like you can't spend the entire conference not being fed, because I feel like that's just so wrong in a sense. So it was really good to see our young adults find that balance and then step in when they needed to step in, which that was big for me. On the Saturday night, like everyone lining up to, like you said, having a card for yourself was huge, because I can put my hand up and say, I'll put something up there last year, but within a couple of months I had forgotten.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it is naturally, right? We seem to forget and tend to forget some things that we make a commitment about and mark it. So the fact that we got to keep a card is perfect, so that we're regularly reminded of what we committed to that night and then just continue to act on that. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And then we get to the Sunday. Stock standard Sunday for us, really. Nothing too different. We had the standard services, the standard ministries, and then our big lunch. Lunch was great. It was a good time.
That was
It
fun.
was fun. And then we wrapped it all up pretty quickly.
Yeah, smooth.
I don't know about you guys, smoothest conference we've ever put on, in my opinion, like ministry-wise. Like, it didn't feel like it was a heavy load.
Yeah, I agree. And I didn't feel like it was a burden to be there either.
Yeah.
I think it was just a joy to serve. I think it went too quickly.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that for the next, week or so. Like, I just didn't want it to end.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. It got me G'd up. It really did. Got me G'd up for Epic, got me G'd up for my other ministries, Eastgate, everything like that, just to keep going and hit it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get you guys to share your commitments with the entire world or the 33 people that watch this episode. But in regards to your commitments, did you find them to be life-changing, or did you find them to be pretty straightforward? Because with me, I'll be straight out, mine was so simple. And when I looked at it and when I saw the commitment that God had laid on my heart, I was like, it is so funny how simple this commitment is that God has told me to undertake, and how fundamental it is to my faith as well. What did you guys find with it?
I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Same thing. Nothing massive, like life-changing happened at that conference for me. I think it was more of an encouragement that I needed to hear and something to be reminded of, to keep going, keep serving.
Yeah.
God's placed you where you are for a reason, and just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. It was more of an affirming sort of commitment rather than a whole new sort of thing. It was more of a, all right, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it better, and I'm going to do it for God, and I'm going to do it with, you know, more passion, more zeal, and just with more focus on God being the center of what I'm doing, instead of just doing it because I've been doing it for a while or something.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the girls. It wasn't anything life changing. It wasn't anything massive. It was more just keep. It was one of the big things for me was just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going and don't give up. Was one of the commitments I wrote down, and I think it was so important because sometimes we can get lost in our trials, we can get lost in our problems, we can get lost in what's happening, and sometimes we think it's just us, and we get distracted and we get lost in what other people might go through. But in that time of serving, in that time of ministry, because I had, like with the bus, I had the best time. I can't talk about how much fun I had, but it was more the fact there was that reminder. I was like, God's got me for a reason. Keep going. Push through whatever you got going on. Just push through. Keep going. Don't give up. And I think that was one of the bigger things that I got. And it was like swimming on the Saturday. I think it was a Friday or the Saturday. I think it was about getting off the fence.
Saturday.
It was Saturday night. We're getting off the fence. That was huge for me. I think that was a very, very good sermon. And it was just more of a reminder. I think it was more of this conference was more of a reminder to just keep going for God.
And I think that's an important fact or a factor in the life of a Christian, especially you Christians that are at conferences every year. I mean, we did 2 conferences back to back. We did leadership and then we did TNS, and that is a standard for us every single year. So it can become easy to sort of become desensitized to it all, to think that this is just part of it and it's standard. But the Christian life is just about improving in increments and getting close to the Lord in increments. So if the Lord spoke to you at a conference or at TNS this year, and you were shocked that it wasn't some life-changing thing that you were hoping for, some emotional, impactful thing, it can be kind of impactful just to see that the Lord is telling you just to keep going. You know, your life is where He wants it to be, and you just need to move forward with that and just improve day by day. You know, and I think that shows a lot about your walk with the Lord. You know, if the Lord's not giving you some sweeping declaration or some sweeping change, okay, then maybe I just need to
Get back to basics.
keep going forward.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, maybe my life is not in a bad spot, but I need to be improving in these areas that He's put out there.
Yeah.
So just keep going, keep pushing. That's great.
Yeah, for sure. I'm wrapped. I'm very excited to go back and listen to a lot of the messages, even a lot of the focus groups on the Friday and the Saturday. I'm keen to go back and join, like, for example, join ministry after you guys have spoken about it. I really want to go and listen to that. There was some that I missed. I'm really keen.
I was in Danielle's ministry organization one on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Cracker. Yeah, she was really, really good. She hit the nail on the head in a lot of areas. So, yeah, join ministry will be a good one to.
Yeah. I'm excited to listen to all of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anytime I see one of the ladies walk out of the ladies session, they're like, oh, blown away. They were like, oh, that was amazing.
Let's just take a moment for the ladies' sessions, everyone.
Yeah.
They were insane.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, as I have kept saying.
Yeah.
No, honestly, those ladies' sessions were... I don't
Incredible,
even
yeah.
know how to put it
Immaculate.
into words. I was just, we were all super thankful that Danielle came and, spoke to us the way she did. But also just the topics were on point. Like the first one on a Friday was about courage, and I was like, wow, I needed that.
Yeah.
And then the second one as well, I was like, yep, I needed that again. It was just so good.
No, that's awesome.
And everyone agreed. Like everyone I spoke to was on the same boat. We were all like, yeah, it was really good.
Nice. On that note, let's talk about the Mords for a second.
Yeah.
Let's critique them a little bit, because we never had them at a TNS. We've always had Skelly and someone else, so this was their first TNS. Stat and I got our introduction to them at the AFL last week. We took them out to the AFL.
Yeah.
Me, Stat, Mariana, and Charlize. We took them to the AFL. We met the family, and they were great. Had a good time.
So fun.
They were fun. They were energetic, and they were cool to have around.
Yeah. I think they connected so well with the young adults as well, like on a level that we haven't really had before.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, they're younger, I guess. They and they've worked with young adults before, and you could just tell.
Yeah. And they're from New Life Baptist out in LA.
Yep.
I don't know the area.
Palmdale.
They're from Palmdale. They're good.
Sounds about right.
We loved Pastor Pete. We hung out with him a fair bit.
Pastor Pete was the best. It was a good time. Like you said, I think it was the fact that because they're a bit younger as well, we can relate a bit more to them. No, man, I had so much fun with them.
His memes during his sermons, on point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love the way
the Coldplay
the Coldplay during the preaching. You don't ever get that, but you take it when you get it. You know what I mean?
That was
good
so
laugh.
Funny.
We brought it up on the Monday.
So good.
At breakfast.
Turns out that was an accident.
Was it?
Turns out anytime he puts a video up, the IT team never plays the sound.
Except our.
So he wasn't assuming our guys to play the sound.
Oh.
And our guys, being the good IT team they are, assumed you got a video, we're going to put sound. And so
That makes sense.
Coldplay's song is playing through our church building.
Yeah.
I look around and I see people's faces. It was so
Yeah, it was funny.
That was so good.
But no, they were really laid back.
Yeah, his sons were great. Their sons were
really good boys, man.
Yeah.
Really respectful, really good kids. Always down for a laugh. But we also had Pastor Josh and Danielle Venable as well.
Pastor Josh was did you guys listen to his message on that Saturday?
Yeah.
He was the, what do you call it? What's the word? The shock of the conference. No one expected him to be
Yeah.
He killed it.
speaking, let alone kill it like he did. That was great.
Yeah, killed it. He was also, because I obviously spent the most time with him on the bus, mate. So again, so down to earth, down for a big laugh. It was fun. It was really cool.
Yeah, good quality.
His wife Danielle, it was fun too. I bullied her a little bit, so apologies for that, but totally worth it. But no, it was good to have them. Like, and I think that's a big thing as well. When you go to a conference and you can relate,
and you can meet these people.
You can meet them, and they're so down to earth.
Yeah,
that's what we need. Like, I don't want to be, and I'll say I don't want to be with like pastors that are like so strict and that don't want to really get along with the young adults. They don't want to spend time with the young adults. I don't want that. You know, and after the weekend that we had, the conference that we had with them, I had, like, going to the AFL, like, best time, you know, taking dinner after, and then obviously spending time with Pastor Josh. Because they're young, they can relate. That's what you want, especially, like, you want any young adult to go up to these pastors and have a conversation, and you want them to be relatable back to you. So that's one of the biggest things that I loved from the conference in itself, even before the conference and after. But that in the conference was huge.
Greatest highlight after the conference was randomly getting a notification on my phone saying they have a chat crew, and it's me, you, and Pastor.
On a WhatsApp chat.
Pastor
No
Pete.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Started on a WhatsApp chat. Yeah.
Yep.
But
I don't know why.
Yeah. Look, I'll take it.
cool.
I'll take it.
Did you do an episode?
No.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah, we didn't.
We wanted to.
We
wanted to, but he didn't have time because they left on the Monday. But yeah, we've got that, and he's coming on the show next time he's in Sydney.
Yeah, so we were trying to push him to come a bit earlier than expected, but we'll see.
We'll see what's
but
going on.
but like I think that's what it comes down to as well. It's like, for example, like Danielle, or both Danielles, but Danielle more especially because she spoke so much at the conference. I'm sure you guys will feel the same way, that you'd want them to be, like, you'd be able to want to go up and have a conversation if you had any questions. You know, you'd want them to be approachable, and you'd want to spend a couple of minutes, or
You want them to be human.
yeah, you just want them to be themselves, laid back in themselves. I think, which is huge, and that's what we got with Pastor Pete and Pastor Josh. So I love every second of it.
Yeah.
Anything you girls wanted to talk about specifically about the conference, or anything that really?
I think I was reminded when Stat was talking, like, when you're in the ministry and when you're serving, and it's just in those simple times where God's speaking to you, and like all of us said, nothing really life-changing happened at that conference, but I think it was Pastor Hernan. He said he gave a message about when we're looking for answers and things like that. The answers are in the simple responses we get back. You know, like, keep doing what you're doing. You're serving in ministry. That's where God will teach you the things you want, and your answers will be found through your day-to-day living, you know, in the Word, at church, and where you're supposed to be. And I think that's something that really stuck with me. Like you said, you're going through your own challenges and you're going through your own trials, and you think kind of you're the only one going through this. And then when you go to a conference like this, you're so encouraged to hear that there are other people also experiencing the same thing, and that the preaching that you hear is solely directed towards your situation, and you can apply it in any way.
Yeah.
I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
no, absolutely. What about you?
Sorry.
Classic.
I think I don't know about you guys, but we were talking about the stay off the fence sermon that Pastor Peter preached.
I know why you were
I don't know why
by that word. Like, yeah, that's what they call
it
them.
was a sermon.
They're sermons.
My brain is just fried at the moment. That message for me was just spot on. And you know, when he said on the like being on the fence is the exact place the devil wants you, because that's when you're not doing anything for God. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, being you might feel like, I don't know, you're doing something, like you don't know what to do, whether you should, you know, give your life to Christ fully and serve him in this ministry or that ministry, or you just sort of sit back and sort of, you know, watch or whatever. That's exactly what the devil wants you to do with your life. Like, he doesn't want any he doesn't want you to make a move for Christ. And I was sort of sitting there and I was like, oh, okay, like it really hit me, sort of like, I need to just keep moving.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be just staying in this one spot. I got to keep on moving, keep on serving, and just fight the devil in that way.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I think that's the problem with Christianity in Australia now, is that we're all just like comfortable. Got to get a little bit uncomfortable, man. Got to do something
The
different.
devil has you right where he wants you if you're just sort of staying on the fence and
And
not
if you
making
allow
a
it as
decision.
well.
Yeah, if you're not making decisions for Christ, and you're not doing anything really.
I think in the lead up to the conference, I was thinking to myself, man, I just want to take a couple steps back from ministry. I was like, I just want a bit of a break. I want to kind of just, and I knew that, and obviously looking back, it was definitely the devil getting into my ear a lot of the time. And then you start serving, and then you start doing, and it doesn't have to be the big things. It can be moving a TV from one room to the other. It can be, you know, a lady asking for a bag of ice to go get a bag of ice, for example. It can be the little things, and you're reminded just how good it is to serve. Yep. And then you can't think to yourself, why would I ever want to break from
and how
serving?
fun it can be,
and how fun and how great it is.
Yeah,
and I think the spirit in that weekend, you saw it within every single ministry. The joy, probably the most I've seen it. I'll be honest.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
The joy. Obviously, funny enough, joy ministry, haha, and I'm not going to sit here and back it up. But you could see everyone. There wasn't one person that was asked to do something that was like, oh, really? Like, kind of just wait. It was a spirit of unity there. It was really good to be part of, and just to be around that. I think that's what made one of the bigger highlights as well. It's just that everyone was keen, whatever it took to help, whatever it was for God. And once that was kind of the mindset the whole weekend. It just got on so well, and it went so smooth, thank God.
Yeah, I came off that weekend of serving going, I want to do this every single day of my life. And usually you come off and you're like, oh, that was exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, I need a break. We need to just like not go to church for a month because we've just had so much church. But I came off that and I was like, I need to come back tomorrow, but I can't. Like, I have to go to work.
I came off that.
I've got post-conference depression.
Yeah. Oh.
So big. I was at work on Monday and I was like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. I want to be at church.
Yeah. I had to
back.
returning the bus to his house before I had to return the next day. I was like, I'm so depressed. Like, I don't want to return the bus. I want to buy this bus. I want to keep it forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with the conference. That was just the bus fee.
That was just the bus.
Yeah, it was the bus. There was a conference?
No, but I got phone call after phone call on Monday saying, how exhausted are you? Are you done? This, that. I was like, no, I'm pretty good. Like, yeah, it was tiring, but I'm ready to go again. Like, let's do it.
It's so worth it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's so worth it. Yeah.
Serving Christ is worth it. And especially when you know where you're called to serve. And when you're doing it, like I said earlier, there's no greater joy. Nothing tops it.
100%. Well, ladies and gents, you were at TNS this week. This week. Yeah, you know, it's coming out next week. You were at TNS last week. Let us know what you thought. Put a comment in the description. Let us know your favorite part of TNS, what we can do better next year, what you're looking forward to next year, because next year it's in July again.
Yeah.
We're going full steam ahead. Benji and I already
Going to the zoo again?
No.
Oh man, I missed out.
Yeah, mute Larissa. Yeah, comment in the
Comment down below on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
Your suggestions or any feedback you have. I've done this for a while, but take a step back. Nah, but you know what? Thank you for having me on Talk to Me, mate.
You're going to disrespect me and talk to me and then just thank me after.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like I owe it to you. But I forgot it wasn't our show. It's been a while.
This is the most respectful you've ever been on any
because it's
show.
your
we've
show.
done.
Yeah, it's your show. It's not mine.
No, but ladies and gents, in all seriousness, comment below. Let us know your favorite part. Let us know how God blessed you and what the conference did for you. It's awesome to see. Big thing for me was, man, at the end of the conference, I don't know if it happened to you guys, I had so many people coming up to me saying, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for this conference. And,
Yeah.
and Christians are polite.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
why
what
are
do we
you
do?
thanking me? I literally did nothing.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't
I'm
expect-
just as glad to be here. Like,
Yeah,
I should
this
be
is your-
thanking you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it was good. Well, ladies and gents, thank you. You know what? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to Talk to Me. Subscribe. You know, hit the subscribe button. We're nearly at 1250, sorry.
I was going to say 250. Yeah, we lose
We
1,000
keep-
subs like that.
We keep playing with the line. We keep nearly getting 1250 and then it drops again. It keeps going up and down. Get us to 1250 would be nice and we'd appreciate it. Hit that notification bell. A lot of you have said that you can't see the next Tell Me More. You can't see the next Talk to Me or the next Have a Chat. And that's because YouTube decided to hide our stuff. The algorithm's
Did they
getting weird.
actually?
I don't know. But
It's the shaitan, bro.
And that's the most
Anyone
Arabic
need to
we need.
translate that?
That's the first time I've heard you speak Arabic ever.
and if you want to hear Larissa speak more Arabic, you can catch Tell Me More next week. Ladies and gents, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media. Follow all these ladies and gents on social media as well. And yeah, thanks for talking to me, guys.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.